We can wrap it up. I just maybe like last thing I want to talk about is like maybe you could talk about your experience like moving to LA and like trying to do what you're doing and this maybe some setbacks you've had and some like good things you've had happen and advice for people that might want to move to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
When'd you move here?
Don't move to Los Angeles.
No more people here.
Yeah, no more people. Please.
City full.
I moved here almost 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the biggest things I've taken away at this point is don't get a manager until you need one.
Mm-hmm.
If you're an actor out here, if I knew this 3 years ago, it would have made shit so much easier. On Actors Access, it's called Talent Link, and it's like you pay like $25, and it sends your headshot and resume to every like agent looking for actors.
Ooh.
So it's like it completely decimates the like just cold calling and cold submission of people who are just going to throw
away. Did you
away.
get an agent that way?
I got both my agents that way. Yeah, I got commercial, and they were at separate agencies. And then I actually, you know what? I got 3. Gross. I got.
They can't see.
Yeah, exactly. I
just
did a little. I got my manager. I got my theatrical and commercial agent all through Talent Link, and then
nice Talent Link.
Yeah,
I haven't even heard of that. That's cool.
Right, and it's like because they don't promote it, they don't push it because they don't want to oversaturate it. But it helped me so much, and then just finding the niche is extremely important. Like YouTube is my niche currently, and then if I do well at that, if I continue to do well at that, I'll be able to.
I think people are so afraid of being like pigeonholed into something that they don't do anything.
Yeah,
and I
100%.
think that's a wrong choice. Like, I did wine reviews, and then, like, it didn't work out because I couldn't meet up with people, and so then I stopped. And then I was doing TikTok, and that, like, wasn't working out, and so, like, now I'm doing podcasting. Yeah. And I just finished a horror script that I'm, really, really excited about. And I'm putting my movie up, and, like, do YouTube, do Vimeo, do short films.
Do
like,
whatever the fuck, right.
Just
do something. Like, just do something.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that say, like, oh, like, they'll have a question. Oh, how do I get so-and-so to be invested in my business or invest in my script? And people are literally now telling them, like, do a podcast. Yeah. Invite these people that would love to produce your movie. Sit down and talk to them for 2 hours. Don't ever ask them to produce your movie.
Right.
And then you might meet somebody that, like, sparks a conversation that leads off the air. You know, it's like, that's work. That could lead to something.
It's huge.
You can do that while you're still taking meetings and shopping stuff around. And I feel like everybody's afraid to do something. Oh, what's it gonna look like? And you just have to do stuff.
Just literally, it's so, and that's the biggest setbacks I've had in LA, Hollywood, and anything like that, is when I become like stagnant, when I'm like actively not doing something, or like when I'm like even a year ago, I got stuck in the mentality that like if I'm not booking this caliber of a TV show or a movie or whatever, if I don't have this caliber of an agency, then it's like, that's it, I'm out. Yeah. But it's like, the antithesis of that was the YouTube, and then now it's like a giant spark, and I like at the fucking.
Sounds like it's going good.
Yeah, it was, dude. Streamies, I met fucking Paris Hilton and David Dobrik. You know, so it's like it's just I don't know, tenacity, I guess.
Yeah, just not being too picky and not putting pressure on yourself. Like
huge,
right?
That's giant.
Like people judge themselves. Oh, I'm not where I'm at. I'm not this. And it basically comes from they're comparing themselves to other people. They're worried about what other people are gonna think.
Yeah.
You just have to keep doing it, man. I made this analogy the other day and I liked it. It was like we grow up in a world now where like we just got the Apple AirPods, right? So they're like the most expensive Bluetooth headphones. I liked them because they sync up with the phone really well, but they're like $150.
Right.
So I had to save up for 3 months to get them. But I could go out and get the Samsung ones for $100. Right. Or I could get the Costco brand ones for $50.
Or like the Chinese knockoffs
for $25, right? And so you never have to wait if you don't want to in this world now. So like I could have said, I need Bluetooth headphones, Chinese ones, $25.
Yeah.
Shipping. I decided to wait 3 months to get the better brand.
Right.
So I feel like people don't wait anymore for anything in their life. So then they get out of school or they get out of acting school or improv class and they're like, where's my career?
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, that takes 20 years.
Psych! Right, yeah.
It's like you gotta save up for that. You know, you can't buy the knockoff of your career.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's even like, I don't know if this is correct analogy, but like this girl does a comedy show in Hollywood. She does like an improv show or a sketch show because she wrote it. And she's like, she's 32 working at a sushi shop, and she got offered a deal by Amazon, and it was like a good money deal, but she wouldn't be the lead in it.
Yeah.
And she was like, listen, I can't take that offer.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, that's...
But, yeah, of course, here's the thing, I would take that 100%, but her, she's
I think
like...
there's a lot of advice that's thrown around, too, from people that have gone through it, right? Like, you hear Joe Rogan, he's like, people ask me to do TV shows and movies. I did that. I'm not doing that. I did a terrible sitcom. I did Fear Factor. I did all this stuff. Now he's like, I just do podcasting, and I do my comedy, and I do the UFC. And he's happy.
Yeah.
And like,
he is happy.
Sometimes the way he talks about it, it's like, it doesn't seem like those were good things. Like, he didn't like doing those. But what the other side that he's not talking about is like, he made a ton of money doing those, and now he's able to set up a podcast that he was able to do for 5 years and not make much of a profit. Now it's on year 10 and it's making profit.
Right.
Right? So he was able to build this life that he wants because he did something maybe he didn't want to, that he was good at.
Right.
He's a good actor. He's a good comedian, and he was on the show called Newsroom or News Radio.
Newsradio. But he made, he made a shit ton of money off of that.
Yeah.
I mean,
he said he got a development deal out of it for $100,000 to come up with a show idea.
For what?
And he was coming out. It was like 26, and he got the show, and then got a development deal with the network to do another show. He's like, all of a sudden, I just felt the pressure lift off me, and I was like, I don't need money anymore. He's like, I'm good for 2 years.
Must be nice.
And then he was able to realize that, like, I don't like this stuff, and I'm going to change. I think that people don't give themselves a shot to do something that could be good for them.
Yeah.
You never know who you're going to meet.
Huge.